Hey, all Bear here. Look here, it's time for some more camp cooking. I thought we'd convert another recipe this week from a normal wet ingredient recipe to dry ingredients that we can take on the trail with us. So today I've got a recipe from Taste of Home. Here it is. And I'll put a link to their site in that recipe in the description below if you want to go check it out. But here's how we're going to convert it. For our main ingredients, we've got beef jerky, Harmony House vegetable mix, Harmony House kidney beans, egg noodles. From a seasoning perspective, we've got beef broth, salt, pepper, tomato powder, Worcestershire sauce, and basil. So let's put together how we might take it out on the trail. And so I'm going to start off with about a cup's worth of egg noodles. Okay, so when you're slicing your jerky, you want to make sure you do it against the grain. The grain's running this way, so I'm slicing on this side. And when you're selecting your jerky, you want to make sure that you avoid jerkies that have smoke flavoring added to them, or teriyaki, or anything like that that might throw an off flavor into your dish. Now, I think about half a pack will get it. That was 3 ounces of jerky, so I've got about 1.5 ounces in there roughly. Now we're going to need to add our vegetables. Our kidney beans. Now the recipe calls for a whole can of stewed tomatoes, so I'm going to add 3 good scoops of the tomato powder. And then my salt and pepper, I'm just going to eyeball it. And this is an area where you can always get the little packets to take on the trail with you. Our basil leaves. And here's a place where you've got options. Do you just throw this in your baggie, or do you go ahead and put it in? But when it's done, that's what it looks like. One meal ready to go on the trail. And you've made it, you've controlled the ingredients, so you know what's in there and whether or not it meets your dietary needs. Let's cook it. The only thing that's not in the bag is the Worcestershire sauce. You're going to need a way to carry a little bit of that. Alright. Did you miss what I did? We put 1.5 cups of water in. I dumped the bag in. I'm not going to bring it to a boil first. I want everything to have time to hydrate while it's coming to a boil. I might add just a little more water. And we're just going to slowly cook and mix, cook and mix. Now if your cooking method is fuel sensitive, you could always pre-soak this stuff. Let's see, now we need a few dashes of the Worcestershire sauce. And we need to cut our heat way back. A few extra for good measure. I think about 2 cups of water is the way to go. Just enough water to initially cover, and some of that will boil off and the rest should absorb into the pasta and the vegetables. And y'all, it's cooking. Don't be scared to add a little water to it along the way if you feel like you need it. We're about 5 minutes into my cook. You know what? Almost forgot to put in my beef broth. Uh-oh. Holy cow. Let's get that in there. I bet it's still been okay though. jerky might not have tasted like beef. I don't know. But as you can see, I mean, our pasta water, it just becomes a sauce. We've been cooking for 8 minutes, and I think we're ready to plate up. Of course, at camp, you know we're eating out of the pan, right?
After the fact, I realized this was very similar to something I'd recently done, the Beef Cacciatore, but in the end, it was really different.
Alright y'all, so I'm just curious, has anybody seen any like to-go packets of the Worcestershire sauce that we could get someplace? I haven't ever seen any anywheres, but that would be really handy to take to camp and do this, and you wouldn't have to figure out how to carry this. Let's dig in and give it a taste. Man, it looks good. Y'all want to see that? You want a bite? You know you want that bite. I'm not going to burn my mouth this week. I edited that out the other week. Oh, wow. I'm going back for a second bite. Yeah, y'all, it's just that easy. There you go. Make your own dinner for camp. Take it to camp and cook it. There was something there though that wasn't quite hydrated. Let me see if it's the bean. Well, that one's good. You know, I had something in that one bite that wasn't quite hydrated. Man, a piece of jerky didn't quite hydrate up. But it tastes good. There we go. It's tomatoey, it's beefy, it's filling, and we'll see you on the trail.